Hello, Tomato Life here, back again. And today, yesterday I kept saying yesterday I kept saying, I'm gonna draw Toad and Koopa, but I actually meant Yoshi, which I guess Yoshi's a type of Koopa, which I didn't know. Thought it was just a big green dinosaur. Sorry, I gotta take off my jacket. Getting kind of warm. But yeah, I really meant we're gonna do Yoshi and Toad. Starting with Toad, of course. And we're gonna put them on the same canvas, so Toad's gonna be all the way to the right. And again, really simple for Toad. He is a circle. Excuse me. I had some peach ginger tea this morning. I actually drank it all before I started recording. Just busy doing other stuff, but so his head is a circle, and his hat is like not really. So this will do his head first. It's harder to draw a big circle than it is a small one, that's for sure. As these small ones are coming out pretty good. Pretty decent, I say. A little lump. We don't even need the top part, but I'm just doing it just to do it. And then we can do his head, which comes like this. Oh. Going round and round and round and round and round. It's kind of big. It's like twice the size of his head. I wasn't really a fan of playing as Toad. No hate to him. And I mean, of course, you gotta use Yoshi. You know, there's some point not using Yoshi. Never get the chance to jump on the. Oh, Yoshi was like a dinosaur. Is he like a turtle? I don't know. It was just like a quick, brief glance at like. And I looked up Koopa, and I was like Koopa, and I was like, oh, Yoshi. And then I looked it up. I was like, Yoshi's a kind of Koopa. But again, I'm not too sure on that. Another thing is, actually, you don't know how much of the hat's taking up his head. Because if I just put his head like this, his head's just like this. I guess we can see. Erase the top part. See what's cooking. Not cooking. Let's see what's going on. Too much head. Honestly, it has just curves. Let's redo. Well, actually, that was fine. Let's take it back. There we go. What you actually have to do is just erase this part. Do a little scoop. There we go. One side is not like the other. It's kind of hard because this is like behind his head. It's all about perspective. I feel so confused now. Drawing Yoshi's head should not be this hard. I think actually the problem is it actually comes out a lot more. It comes out like this. And I'll do the same on this side. You know, we'll just make a line. That way we can start. Okay, there we go. And then as that kind of simmers down, let's erase this and see how big it is. Because I feel like this might be too big. But at least, you know, we got this part, which is the part I was aiming for. And then we can just make it curve more. Get this curving a little bit more. Yeah, it feels like I'm not in the groove today. Like Toad was supposed to take like 10 minutes tops, but I'm already at like 6, and I'm like, what is happening, brother? You know what? Maybe let's take it back to the beginning. Maybe doing it this way is not the vibes. Like that. Kinda, okay. So this kinda goes up like that. Stops like right there, because then it curves in slightly. I was just making it complicated, trying to do like a little bit of this, a little bit of that, but I don't think I have to make it too complicated. Now, because I always do a circle, I was basically just do like 3 circles and then like draw in, which I feel like would have been fine if I knew what I was doing, but I don't. And then it comes down a little bit here. See, now this looks better, which is, I should have just done this in the beginning. This head can just all be one layer. So up. And then the issue is, that's fine. Okay. Ooh, it's like a, maybe double trouble. I guess his head really is just huge. I think that's just my misconception that, oh, his head, he has a small head, small hat. But I guess it's actually just a huge, I guess most of making him like pretty big. Which I mean, and this is fine. I got this here. Got this right here. And then we have a big circle in the middle. I say big circle, then I make a small circle, which is kind of crazy. But that's the size I'm looking for. I guess, because usually like at this point I'd like trim him down, or like I'd make him smaller. But I think the best bet is just to make the whole body. Excuse me. And then we're just gonna do this on one layer because he's not that complicated. Looking straight into my soul. Crazy stuff. So actually what we can do first is his smile. Because the eyes land right on his smile. It's actually a little bit more curvy. There we go. And those come down. So that one eye is right here. Another one's right here. Okay. You know, shout out to LeBron James. I used to be really into basketball when I was younger, and then as I grew older, I mean, I was still into it, but I didn't watch it as much as before. But then it's so cool seeing edits. It was once edit. It was like this girl complaining about how her boyfriend's talking about calling her, like, he has a Levidius obsession with LeBron James. Says sunshine, 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 and she thought she was talking about him, but he's actually talking about LeBron James. And then there's like a whole edit, and it's it's so cool. It's so crazy that and there's a bunch of edits just with her in the beginning and just LeBron James, you know, what she deserves, of course. Don't get me wrong. It's King Braun right there. Gotta put respect on this name. See if this is big enough for Toad. Yeah. His head's big, but his body's smaller. Which I think it's fine. And again, it goes like all the way to his eyes or his mouth. So we just do the same thing we did on this side. Used to be a big Dwayne Wade fan. What changed that? Really nothing. Just I stopped watching basketball, and then I got more into LeBron. You know. I saw that D Wade statue that they his name's LeBron James. That's a WWE thing, but saw that D Wade statue they gave him, and that was actually pretty hilarious. Because that statue looked, dare I say, wonky. That didn't look like a good statue. Not being a hater, but better job than I could ever. That's basically art right there. You know, I can't do that. But that doesn't mean it was good, because it looked kind of funky, but kind of funky, but kind of funny. What would you call Toad? He's not a human. He's just a grown-up mushroom. If Mario or Luigi ate Toad, what would happen? See, is that cannibalism? I don't know, because Toad's not really a human, is he? It's like an animal. It's like a mushroom. He's like a plant. I don't know. I'm not saying they should eat Toad. I mean, I know that was a crazy thing to say, but I'm not saying they should. I'm just saying, what is Toad's classification? What do you classify as, Toad? And are you eatable? Edible, I guess? You think people used to say eatable before they start saying edible? It's basically the same thing. Eatable, edible, you know. Edibles. It's all the same thing. You know, you can say edible as like something you can eat. You can say edibles as in something like candy or stuff like that. Or you can say edibles and be like drugs. Just depends. Depends on how you feel. See, I thought I did his body okay, but then the body wasn't T. And I know Mr. Toad wants to be T, so. I think that's better. Bet on it, bet. You know, I used to watch High School Musical as a kid. My sisters really loved it, so I would and I had two sisters, so you know I was into playing with Barbies and stuff too. I ain't gonna lie, I admit it. As a little kid, I was playing with Barbies. I was playing with all that stuff. And it's not like I had a brother or anything. So like, what do you want me to do? You know, it's not like my friends wanted to play Barbies either. So you know, I had to do what I had to do. I'm proud of it. Made me the guy I am today. I don't play with Barbies now, but maybe that's why I'm more open to Barbiness. That was Bratz too. I don't know. I just remember they used to play with it a lot, and I joined because you think I'm not gonna join them while they're having fun, and I sit in the court. Oh, Barbies are dumb. Ew, you couldn't see me playing with Barbies. No, I'm a play. I ain't gonna be no loner. Loan me $1 million, please. Someone loaned me $1 million. Hey, you know, if someone said, "Hey, I'll give you $1 million, but you got to pay me back in like 10 years," you just got to pay me back the $1 million, no interest, right? Because interest would be kind of complicated, you know, it's like $1 million. And but let's say you had 10 years to pay them back. You think that's enough? I mean, if you're disciplined and stuff, I feel like that's good enough time for you to either one, run away so they never find you, or two, like make like a business plan, or like at least invest or something. And at least, you know, I would take $500,000 and then I'd put the other $500,000 in a savings account, because at least if everything else fails and I can't do nothing with that $500,000, you know, at least a savings account would be like, I know the interest rate is like what, 1%, and it's like 10 years. So actually, give me a second, and then we'll do $500,000 times 10. That's only $50K for 10 years, which is actually trash. Now, what if you just took the whole $1 million? So you took $1 million. That's 100,000, right? No, that's 10,000 times 10. So let's say you took the money and you just put it all into the savings account. You didn't touch it. And then after the 10 years, you just gave him back $1 million. You'd at least have 10 million. That's not good enough. I don't think that's worth it. I mean, you could find a high yield. See, now I gotta look this up. You can find a high yield savings account. Let's see how much interest on a high yield savings account. So the national average yield on a savings account is also, I meant 0.01% actually, which is crazy. I not mean 1% for a regular. It's not 0.01. No, 0.01 is still okay. So this says national average is 0.57. But then a high yield is when you can do 4%. Let's see, there's different banks. So let's do 4% instead of 0. So it'd just be 4. 0.4. Alright. So that's 40,000. 40,000 times 10. You make 400,000 in 10 years if you didn't touch the 1,000. Some of these say 6. Um, I'm seeing 6.17. So let's do 6 million times 6.17. Whoa. 0. I mean, we can just do the percent now that I think about it. 17%. 61,000 times 10, 610. And then, like, ooh. I mean, you could just bet on one of these companies, but then you have to pay taxes. See, that's the thing. If you put your money into stock, you still have to pay taxes. And then it's like, I don't know. It's also complicated. It's not like I have the money either, so it's all like hypothetical. But I don't know. It just that would just be the safest bet, right? If you're like, hey, I don't want to invest in stocks, I don't want to have to deal with taxes and all this hoolery. You just work your same job or whatever you're doing for the next 10 years. And then, you know, the highest yield is like 6%. You get 6% back. So you at least make 600 million. Or, whoa, you make 600,000 and 600,000 and see, this actually covers it more. Yeah, I'm paying attention to the painting too, or the drawing. Like 600,000 in 10 years, which I guess, you know, I would still take that, you know. Give him back the 1,600,000, and then that'd still give me like, and then I could invest that money. So that's safer, because then I don't have to pay anyone back or anything. I can just fiddle with the money and see. And then if I lose money and I have to deal with taxes, you know, that comes out of my thing instead of the $1 million I owe this man. This random man who gave me $1 million for 10 years. But now if it was like 10 million or 100 million, then it's like, okay, that's simple. Definitely just put in a high yield savings account, because then that's money right there. 10 million for 1 year is like what? So it was 600,000. So that'd be, it was like 1,600,000 after 10 years. So 10,000 would be 6 million. And then, as long as the banks don't fail, of course. But then, and then, you know, 100 million is like 60 million. So then it's like, I might as well. That's probably what I would do if I won the lottery. I feel like, I don't know if I mean, you know, I'd buy all the stuff I want, and then I'd be like, oh, let me put all this in a high yield savings account, or some of it some of it in stock, some of it in this, some of this in that. I think it really just depends on this goes all the way down to his coat. Depends on how you know, you feel or something. How you doing? Okay, so first we're gonna do this. See, sometimes you press back too much and then it takes. Oh, this is taking me some time. I think just because look, I pressed it again. I'm getting distracted. I remember when you were getting conflicted, misusing your influence. I was doing the same. Went back home. Something about survivor skill. I don't really remember. You know, I love coding that, but I only know like the first 2 lines. And I know some bits and pieces, like misuse your influence. I was doing the same. Worrying about something. What was Kendrick Lamar worrying about? I don't remember. One, two, three. Okay, his hand's not that small. I can make this. His arm comes out a little bit. It's not that meaty either. Let's see. Excuse me. Go here, do up, do that, do a 1, do a 2, do a 3. Still a bit meaty, and then it actually goes like that, and then this doesn't actually go like that. Erase that part. So here, we'll just do a little thing like that. So that curves. 2, or 2, or 3, or 4, or 6, or 7, or 8. I used to listen to Elvis a lot when I was younger, crazy enough. You would think I'd listen to him more when I'm older, but younger, I was listening to Elvis a lot. And Queen. No, I don't, which is fine. But so I used to listen to him a lot. Still not good with hands. I mean, I haven't really been practicing hands, of course. So, no surprise there. You guys remember Bob the Builder and Flat Stanley? They always seemed so similar to me. Not that they were, they just seemed like it. I know they were different people, of course. One was Flat and one was a builder. Bob the Builder, to be exact. And then do-do, 1, a 2, a 3, a 3. And then I think that's it for Toad. He's not the best looking Toad, but he is a Toad. And it's crazy, I was at 30 minutes. I feel like if I started Yoshi now, I might I can do Yoshi in the next video, and hopefully Yoshi doesn't take too long. And then, whoops, I hit the mic, sorry. And then I can just call them both in, and then that'll be it. And then I'll probably, I guess I'll start using that my Blue Sky account and just post what I want to do with all the Mario, Luigi, Waluigi, and Wario is just post them all together and just have them like have their own little background. I forgot what my Blue Sky is just Tomato Life. It's my name. I might still post on Twitter too. I might as well do both. I mean, hey, you know, the more out there I can be, the more in there I can go. Anyway, thanks for watching the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.